beautiful world. This is Maureen from Quarantine, and the world, I know, is in added pain now, not just because of the quarantine, but the George Floyd police brutality and so much trouble in the world. So I want to take this moment to send out extra love across the universe and discuss today redemption. And in keeping with the idea of redemption, I am also going to post here again right now the information regarding where to go for the solution as discussed by the high schoolers in a previous podcast. So I will also post it again, and at the end of this podcast. Thank you.
Communities of color across the nation are over-policed every day, which is one of the driving factors behind police brutality. And one of the reasons why they are over-policed is because members of the police and police stations across the country can obtain military-grade weaponry free of charge under the current program that we have in this country. So please support this bill to decrease the militarization of police. This government can no longer be allowed to use such weaponry against its own citizens. Thank you.
This factor, along with the need of extreme psychological testing, not only before the start of the police service, but throughout their time as police officers hired to protect and serve, can help support the beginning of the elimination process of random police beatings towards citizens of every walk of life. Thank you for listening.
Go to bit.ly/support in all lowercase, capital H, capital R, 1714 to support the Stop Militarizing Law Enforcement Act. There's a letter template that you can send to your House representative, as well as a link you can follow to find out who your House representative is, as well as a phone number to contact the head of the Armed Services Committee in Congress to ask him to put this bill forward. Thank you.
And I thank you again for listening, and I will post all of this information at the end of this podcast once more. And now back to the topic of redemption. And of course, redemption is the act of making something better or more acceptable. And not that this police brutality and all the pain that's going on in the world is acceptable. And it's possible, though, to have this love, this great love that has the power to redeem one. And this is the power that can transform people. And sometimes just one person at a time. And so we must keep on loving and keep on doing the right thing. Though there is so much pain in the world and heartache and all kinds of things that we honestly just don't understand and can't fathom how it's in existence. And so we must stay the course of love and of doing the right thing. And I know we oftentimes find redemption, sometimes in the midst of places where we wouldn't necessarily have thought that there it would be. And this has been the case in my own life. And I was going about my life and wondering why life had been so brutal at times and people so unkind. And lo and behold, I was given a beautiful daughter to love and to care for. And to me, this is not only redemption, but everything that life is about. And it doesn't take away the wrongs that people have done, but it gives me a peace and the love to carry on, knowing that there is this sense of redemption. As complicated as some might make it out to be, we can simplify it to the one word, which is love. And in this realization that love is infinite and that we do indeed live in the world of miracles and infinite possibilities, and we mustn't forget this, but that we really can know peace and genuine, authentic unconditional love, even in a world that at times has broken our hearts. And so, in my own case, again, when I least expected it, I'm given this beautiful gift, this daughter, this precious angel from heaven, to be put in my keeping. And so I do know there is great meaning in loving. And through this quality of loving, there is redemption, as it breeds only beauty and beautiful things in the world. And even though at times the world appears quite ugly, and the things that are going on right now are exceedingly ugly, and people are not doing the right thing, but the good news is that too many people are coming forth on behalf of love and on behalf of what is right and pure and good in the world, and this is causing a major impact for the future of our children and those to come, and to create brightness and light where there once was darkness. And so we carry on shining that light and holding that light. As Maya Angelou said, if you don't like something, change it. And if you can't change it, change your attitude. Thus, we go back, and I need to keep reminding myself, because I'm exceedingly angry about what's going on in the world, and so I take it back to, okay, let me fix my attitude and let me make what's right in me right, so that I can go out and be of service and that I can make a difference. And so I get that. I gather all of my the wherewithal to have this perspective and this perception of love and light, and to be that, to shine that light in the world through love. And I check my vision again and again that it's bigger, it's quantum, this love. It's bigger than the evil and the darkness. The love is much more powerful. So let's maintain our follow through to keep the course, and we remind each other, stay on this loving path. Again, though at times it truly is infuriating to see these injustices, and we do search for redemption. And we can drive out this darkness with our love. We truly can. And take our art. We can find redemption in our art as well, and create this quality, this redemption. And we can write about it. We can own our voice and give voice to the voiceless again and again and again, and take it back to the moment again, and a new beginning today. And we can use our gifts. And there are painters out there. I see them painting the streets with beautiful sayings, and really making a difference, and singers and songwriters already singing and creating beautiful music around the world, and dancers dancing, and whatever it is, we're creating and not destroying, and putting all that pain and angst and passion to good use here. And this is a form of redemption, and we must keep creating on behalf of the force for good, from this place of great love. And we see brilliant minds coming up with new laws, and people of all walks of life, creating with their own uniqueness. And so the change is happening, the change for the better. We're all given these gifts, and we're given the wherewithal to be guided and to know how to use these gifts. And there is redemption in that. And back to the love again, and now again. And this energy is invigorating, and it will be in our creation that we find this beautiful life force. As I see this in my daughter, and this creation that comes from this love. It's not a me thing, it's a quantum love, the very life of life. And it's not in a hollow vacuum, not some just amount of taking action to spin wheels, but a creation of a great depth and substance. And this is the truth that does last. This is where we can share our sensitivities, our vulnerabilities, our truth, and our heart and soul, all of it. This will always have a redeeming truth to it. And all is possible here in this place of great quantum love. It's the life force. And again, this is far and away the only way. So we've got to keep on loving. And I say that to myself too, again, so that I don't fall back to that place of pain and of sheer revenge and retaliation, which just feeds on itself and is just darkness. And so we insist upon the light and the love, which will always overpower the darkness. And so I choose to remember the beauty in the world, and life can be so beautiful. And I remember, of course, the arts and the creators, all walks of life, all creative beings. And while we've all done things we haven't been proud of, then there's the out-and-out evil that we just don't understand. And then I just take it back to the redemption, that we shall be redeemed in that sense of finding peace through goodness, through love. Glenn Fry wrote a song called No More Cloudy Days. And I like to look at it that way, that these cloudy days are coming to an end. No more violence, no more hatred, no more darkness, no more negativity. And the love will always be stronger. And so here's to new beginnings and no more cloudy days, no more police brutality, no more violence, no more peace and love, and peace and love. And here's to new beginnings. And I like the lyrics of the song. It says, I believe the sun is going to shine again. We had a big strawberry moon the other night, and that means the moon's changed its appearance, and that's caused by the position of the sun and the way the Earth's shadow passes through it. Many cultures, this has great significance for. And so what we have to trust too, again, with the sun, though there are shadows, the sun is always there. It's the position that has changed. And it's the sun is going to shine again, and the sun is always there. Even though we're in the midst of some very, very dark days, trust that the light is alive and well and living and bright, and the sun is shining. And the light shines on the love. And sometimes when we're feeling the need for added support and help in the sense of redemption and otherwise in the form of love and the quantum energy, we look to nature, look to the life force. There's great healing that takes place in nature, and great lessons can be learned. Look to the moon, look to the galaxies, look to the stars. Life is ever present, and so is love. Big love. The essence of the song reminds us that today is a new beginning again, and we have a chance again to breathe in the love again, though we might have been filled with revenge and hatred again, wanting to get back at those evildoers, and that doesn't ever leave us. But I take it back to the love so that I can have that foundation to go forth from here and be able to shine the light. And I call upon great songs and lyrics throughout the ages, and so very simple but not always easy. And we have to remember those infinite possibilities, and again the hope that I love the line from Shawshank Redemption where he says, remember, Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. So even when we're feeling that the wrongs done us have not been righted, nor evil deeds have not been punished, nor justice not served, we must remember, as Bob Marley said, none but ourselves can free our minds. So it's in our heads, and I know I sometimes see it over and over again, the horror, and so we can't forget, and I won't forget, but I choose to have that clean, pure mind and to free my mind of all that darkness, all that negativity. And I know in my own case the meditation helps, and all the beauty that I call upon, and again the arts and nature and surrounding myself with like-minded individuals and nothing but love. So much of life is about letting it all go and let it go again, not because we don't care or we don't remember, but because we do love, and because we must be rid of all that darkness that might attempt to cloud our minds, and continuously, eternally vigilant, stay with the light, the love. And we say it out loud. And again, don't surround ourselves. I don't surround myself. I have nothing to do with the naysayers and those bullies. And I only choose to be around like-minded individuals and to associate with that. And those negative, hostile, corrupt ones are far, far removed, and we ought to keep them that way. Keep them far, far away, and let's protect ourselves with this infinite love, and indeed we shall keep our minds clear and pure and at peace. And this is down to our very souls, and it's our intellectual, physical, mental, spiritual, philosophical, all of that. It is all encompassing love, and this indeed breeds even more love. And this is the very foundation that is unstoppable, that is a place that enables us to go out from here to be of service in whatever creative capacity we are guided to be, so long as we are tapped into that beautiful quantum life force. And that's our foundation. And so many words come into play when we think of redemption, and words such as forgiveness and gratitude, and this inner peace that does indeed bring joy. And so let's find solace in our creativity. Let's find solace on behalf of those who have suffered through our infinite quantum love. And we can send that out across the universe right here, right now. This energy will give us the wherewithal to know what action to take in that creative zone, and we will be guided as we are the light through another higher source, and you can call that what you want. I use the term love to simplify that it's beyond language and it's universal. It's all of us through the grace of love, and that is the light, and that is what's pure and right and good and decent in this world, and that will guide us. We stay tapped into that quantum energy, and we must take that fire, the fire of our anger, and transform this to love made visible. And at times we will know it's time to stop and meditate again, and time to pull it back and trust this truth that is guiding us again, and it will purify us again and again and again. And this purity has those redemptive qualities to it, meaning only making things better, only making them more acceptable. We accept the things we can't change, but we are given the grace to be guided to know how to change things that are abominable and heinous, and things that are going on in the world right now that call us to be of service in whatever way that is we can do. Maybe it's under our own roof to share kindness and love with one another, and we raise our kids to go out from here to be those ones who are the light as well, and raise them with great morals and values and manners and common decency. And again, it's one person at a time, one step at a time. And if we're feeling at a loss and perhaps there is no redemption, we think of those things that we do love. And this does help. And it helps us to better be there for others. And help will also come to us as we need it through that beautiful life force, that quantum energy, this passion, this power, this universal global force of love. And what is our perspective today, right now, is where I take it. What's the perception right here, right now, right in the midst of this quarantine, in the midst of the protesting and the rioting over the police brutality? How do we see the world? Can we still love, or has the anger overtaken us? I know for myself, I have been quite angry, and I have to take it back to love again and replenish again, and know in my heart that I do still have so much love for the world. And indeed, I'm angry because I love. I don't think I'd be angry if I didn't care. And because I care, I love even stronger. And so that's a choice. That's my perspective. And that's what I've learned after many, many years on this path of great love, great quantum love. And again, it's not an egotistical celebration of myself. It's the celebration of love in the universe that I'm tapped into, and I choose to shine that love and light. And my hope is that we're all angry over this injustice because we do love, and this can be a good thing, and we can make it work for us. And it is this love that will see us through. It will see us through, and it'll help us make this world a better place. Truly, truly. And we can know peace and share peace. And indeed, there is redemption in this love, and we can trust this force, this life force for love, as there is nothing stronger, again, in the entire universe. And it's much, much stronger than hatred and violence and bullying and oppression and darkness and negativity. All of those things don't hold a candle to this light, this love from the universe. And we can embrace it. It's real. It's true. And those who experience this great love always experience redemption in a world that is oftentimes so cruel and so unfair. And that is reality, and we don't deny that. But we must remember this precious love. Every time a thought of what needs to be redeemed enters our consciousness, this right here, right now, this new beginning, again, this precious love, hold on to it. And though none of us is perfect, I know I've not done things perfectly, we each have experienced our own sense of being wronged on a deep, deep level. And underneath all anger is pain. So it's important also for us to grieve and to cry. And we will know, and we will be guided along the way, and to continue on with the fire, hold the fire, and our children will carry on with the fire of love. And that fire of love and life will always enable one to carry on and stay the course, my friends, stay the course of love. Yes, indeed, the world's in great darkness and great chaos and great pain these days. But rather than fill my head and my heart with darkness, I choose to send out great love, power, energy across the globe, across the universe, on behalf of all the injustices that has been and is going on globally. And I choose this right here, and I choose this right now. Nothing but love. And again, I'm going to post here the information on how you can support and be a part of the solution. And this is where to go for the H.R. 1714 bill, the Stop Militarizing Law Enforcement Act, and how you can reach your representative.
Communities of color across the nation are over-policed every day, which is one of the driving factors behind police brutality. And one of the reasons why they're over-policed is because members of the police and police stations across the country can obtain military-grade weaponry free of charge under the current program that we have in this country. So please support this bill to decrease the militarization of police. This government can no longer be allowed to use such weaponry against its own citizens. Thank you. Thank you.
This factor, along with the need of extreme psychological testing, not only before the start of the police service, but throughout their time as police officers hired to protect and serve, can help support the beginning of the elimination process of random police beatings towards citizens of every walk of life. Thank you for listening.
Go to bit.ly/support in all lowercase, capital H, capital R, 1714 to support the Stop Militarizing Law Enforcement Act. There's a letter template that you can send to your House representative, as well as a link you can follow to find out who your House representative is, as well as a phone number to contact the head of the Armed Services Committee in Congress to ask him to put this bill forward. Thank you.
Again, much gratitude to you, world, for listening and for being a part of the solution in the world. One word: love. This is Maureen from Quarantine, and I'm signing off just for now.